Hello again, this is Robert Veach. I'm going to be reviewing a carbon monoxide detector, as you can see right here. And some of the features of this is it has a human's voice prompt, high reliable electrochemical sensor, carbon monoxide gas concentration displaying, which is very unique. It runs on 3 1.5 volt AAA batteries, low current consumption, and long ultra standby time. It has an alarm memory function, a low battery prompt, and auto detection when the sensor is reached its end of life cycle or failure. So it comes, the unit itself, in a little instruction book and 2 drywall mounts, expansion mounts, nylon with screws. The first thing I'm going to show is how to take the cover off the back. On the back of it, you can see it has the 3 AAA battery holders. When you put this thing right side up, on the back of this you'll see some words. It says on and off. It's telling you the direction. Now you line this thing up to these little slots, and you'll see it goes into the slots, and there's a little bit of a skew there. And then you turn this thing clockwise to actually click. Now it's important that you hear that click, because without that click it will fall off the wall. Before you mount this, you want to use those included screws right there and there in your drywall, or if you're not using drywall, then don't use the nylon holders, just use the screws themselves. And that's how you attach this. Now to put the batteries in, it's pretty simple. It has 3 little slots, and I've got 3 AAA batteries right here. The spring is always the negative, so we're going to put the bottom one in first, and then go up towards the top one, like that. And then finally the last one right here. I heard a little slight beep. There's no cover for the batteries because it's relying on the mechanical cover right here. We're going to snap back in place. So I actually put the battery in, one of the batteries, in the wrong direction, so you got to be careful. Make sure you put the negative on the spring, because when you put the 3rd battery in, it's going to give you a voice prompt.
Welcome to use our voice carbon monoxide detector. Testing. Please wait 2 minutes.
So it tells you to wait 2 minutes, and I think it's got a little countdown timer right there, and that's to heat the sensor on the unit itself. So I'll put this cover back on, like I showed, twisting it clockwise until it snaps. Let's just let this run through its cycle right there. Okay, so it's counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice, so it started to blink right there, a little red LED, and the display has on there ppm, which is the unit of measure, parts per million. Now the manual says, if you push that button, that's a test. Pretty neat. So it has a series of LEDs and an alarm sound to let you know. There is a low battery warning on here, and the LCD screen will show LB, and a voice prompt will say, "Attention, please, low battery warning." There's a blinking LED here on the bottom to let you know that the unit is working once every 30 seconds. If the unit detects carbon monoxide gas more than 30 parts per million, it's based on the EN 50291 standard, it will alarm and voice prompt, "Attention, please, carbon monoxide gas leaking. Please open the window and the door." And the siren will also alarm. So you then could reset the alarm at that point also. So it also show you the amount of parts per million, but it will alarm you. And as you heard in the test, it's a unique alarm, so you're going to recognize it because it sounds very different than most other alarms. If the alarm goes off, there is a hush mode that will allow you to silence the alarm by hitting the test button again. Just it has a reference to the time it takes to detect different levels. So when it's at 50 parts per million, it'll measure it within 60 to 90 minutes, 100 parts per million within 10 to 40 minutes, 300 parts per million within 3 minutes, and 400 parts per million immediately. So it does a priority kind of a thing, so that the higher the amount, it's going to alert you immediately. The lower numbers is going to alert you after that much time has elapsed. If the internal detector is faulty, the screen will display an error, ERR, on the LCD screen. If you want to change the language, when you first install the batteries, at the same time you install the final battery, hold the test button down and you can cycle between the languages that it has. And I believe it's just English and Chinese. So if you want Chinese, you can do that. By default, it comes as English. Now some notes on installing this mechanically. You want to put it in a hallway that's connecting to different rooms if you're only going to use one detector. You could also put it in your bedroom if you have one main bedroom you want to protect. But a hallway is the best area to put something like this in, so that it will measure for all the rooms in the house. And you need one of these per floor also. And make sure that everybody can hear this alarm by hitting that test button, to make sure that everybody can hear it in the different rooms. Carbon monoxide is lighter than air, so make sure you choose a suitable position, which means you don't want to put this thing too low on the ground. You want to put it within reach as high as you can to change the batteries, I would suggest, and put it in the hallway or in the bedroom. So what's my overall impression about this carbon monoxide detector? I really like it, and I'll go into detail why I think this is a great value. A lot of carbon monoxide detectors don't have voice prompts, and this one does. They don't tell you when the sensor's bad, so you have to assume after 9 or 10 years it's bad. This will alert you. And the number one feature that attracted me to this unit is the fact that it has a parts per million sensor, so that you can get a real-time reading of the carbon monoxide. And this is great. You can bring it from room to room, measure it by your furnace, measure it upstairs, your downstairs, just to make you feel comfortable that you don't have any approaching parts per million. And because it's going to alarm when it gets above a certain level. This way you can keep track as it's creeping up if you have an issue. So I really like this product. I'm going to give this product a full 5-star rating on my channel. I hope this video review helped you with your buying decisions. Thanks for watching.